Hello, everybody. Welcome back here, and welcome to the new subscribers. I want to say thank you guys for coming in, clicking the liking, the sharing, the subscribing, buying the coffee, and supporting the channel. Appreciate you guys. Too much. It's been a process. There are a lot of needs knocking on the door. Is about change, which is I call it more transformation. You can change your outlook, but if you don't change inside, situations go south. You can be going through everything, but if you don't change internally from within, in there, the things goes back. So you need to change where internally, inside. The moon is going to be bringing out the powers. Even when you wake up in the morning, that energy is going to be so much intense in there. You're not going to feel it that much, except you're going to feel it when 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The energy at 1 o'clock in the afternoon is going to be so much intensified in their sense. That is going to be basically the time when the inner work is going to be working within the authority, and you're going to be have to choose resolving your situations, changing your transformations processes in there, heal this past, choose the different actions, or acting kind of based of the past. Since the moon and the sun, they're going to be in the duality signs in there. They are in a Sag and Gemini, and the North is also in duality signs in there. We are going to have the South Node, it's in Virgo, the North Node is in Pisces. So we came from Virgo, organizing ourselves, being so strict, to creating these issues of we need to changing things in our minds, which is Pisces. So all this duality is going to be so much on. You're going to be putting into kind of like making a choices, but what kind of choices you're going to be making, that is going to be individually depends on your chart and what you have correlated with those zodiac signs. So hi Sabor, glad to see you here. And seeing at this, we have a lot of other energies that are also affecting us. That is a Venus, that it's in Taurus, opposing both Lilith and squaring Pluto. Basically, kind of like the love stays in a way because of the hold on into what? Into the material world. So with staying here in the material world and within the situations that we have currently, if you're doing in the proper growth, if you're doing with the support of the masculine energies, things are going to be okay. But if you do it for any reason, for example, if you're looking at for this just to be in a relationship, just to be other things, Pluto's going to be say like, no, I'm just tearing it apart. It's not going to be. I'm going to asking you to review yourself because you need to change. You need to transform from within. And Pluto is responsible for our internal soul transformations here. And we are transiting only here through dealing within the material world. We can be having all the spiritual powers, all the things within energies and so on, but the material plane of existence is about really what we are going to do there. Muchas gracias from Argentina. Hola. So these energies, as we are talking about 1 o'clock, I'm going to be showing you on the screen since we're doing this raw in life. So here how it's going to go. You're going to feel on this cross patterns of like, I have no choice, but I need to choose. And what are you going to choose? What are you going to choose? Your work is here, right? It's going to be on the top of your head. Things are going to be on the top of your head. While down in the bottom, you're going to be feeling your emotions. So if you're choosing and you're going through the past and the future karma of what you need to do and where you've been done it, you can go around all day long and basically not do anything. So what are you going to do? So the moon is going to be choosing the path of healing with Chiron, and a Chiron is going to be choosing Mars. A new actions of growth that it's going to be coming in through communications with Jupiter and Mercury as a Jupiter just entering Cancer. What is that going to tell you, though? You know, kind of like all this astrology stuff maybe doesn't, you know, make sense to you, but let me kind of like do some little interpretation in this. Jupiter entering Cancer, it is about let's grow this friendship into a family. Let's grow these things into a family. Let's grow and build this new family. Let's have communications about family. That is what Venus, Jupiter, and Mercury is going to be looking for it. Okay, so with that energies in there that we are having, pretty good because the intuition is going to be finding its own way out in there, so you can get yourself out of this choice. So you choose the proper way. Okay, so if you stand at this crossroad and you're just sitting in the middle of the crossroad and you don't going anywhere, asking yourself where you need to go, and the intuition is going to show you the way. Pay attention to what you have in a Sag, what you have in the first degrees of Aquarius, the first degrees of Taurus, and particularly with those energies of these crossroads. The energies is going to be challenging even afterwards, but we are going to have a lot of this positive energies that's going to come in around us, talking about at 6 p.m. The inner work is going to be matching within Mars. Is going to be asking for those actions, and Mars is more focused on what? Mars is more focused of Venus. Mars is more focused within Chiron of the healing. He's more focused on Jupiter and communications instead of just going out with wars. He is sick and tired of wars. And that energies is going to come out of this because he understood. He needs to reorganize its own self. So we are going to be feeling already these transitions of Mars. It's going into Virgo. That is going to be like, I need to put my stuff together. Okay, and my stuff that needs to be together. Have to be in some kind of like a proper order, and not just order, but order that I'm going to be aware of that order, not just bring the stuff in and then put it on. No, has to be an order. So with that, putting things in perspective in there, we are going to be going on into later on at 7 p.m. That is going to be one of the midheaven is going to be knocking on the past. It's going to bring things for the past. You're going to remember things for the past. So it's like, oh my God, why did the past is repeating to myself? What is the past is coming behind me? And so on. Because you have not processed it properly. Because you have not understood it, that something within you, it holds to the past. Right? You have to understand how to mature these situations, brought it in within. And this is why that midheaven that it's coming with the South Node at Virgo is going to be asking and calling, what can you evaluate and learn from this and what you can do? Tough situations for Mars after all this beautiful energy from previous hour, because the ascendant and Uranus, they are going to be squaring Mars. You're going to feel like I cannot make changes. I don't want to make changes. I want everything to be beautiful as it was. You need to understand the difference between was and is that was is in the past, is in the present, and it is what it is, and it cannot change. It is what it is. Because when you start painting, it is what it is, you're beginning to going into what? It's called illusions. So that kind of like a processing of this work of the North Node that it's in Pisces is gonna be coming in there. And yes, um, what is this? I cannot. I think it's a triple moon high. I'm glad that was is over. Hopefully it is, because once you process it, you understand it, that you need to act a different way, and you don't blame, shame anybody. You forgive and forget, and you learn your lessons, and you're gonna be understanding that, and your lessons gonna come towards you. That's how it usually happens. But good changes is good, because if you don't change, nothing's changed, and then we're passing what we cannot change into the next generation. Would you want to pass anything to the next generations? Hopefully, you don't want to. Okay. So 9 o'clock is going to be coming in as the moon is going to beginning to rise up a little bit after 9. We're going to see her at 10 o'clock rising above the horizon, full shine, bright, and all powerful. In there, she's going to be taking over the intuition. This T squaring is going to be coming in and shows up. But as the moon is going to be coming out of Sag, she's going to be what? She's going to be challenging the growth in the communications. So be mindful tomorrow if your growth in communications and they're in the proper way, because can take you 5 words to screw up something that you've been working for 3 years, right? One thing can fire you up to get on this, because the intuition now, it's a hyper vigilant. And now, since the moon is going to be at Capricorn, it's going to be like, oh, I have to make a cardinal changes. While all the energies, it's calling about what? You should focus on the things in the family. So the moon at Capricorn is going to be facing its own shadow, its own nemesis, its own way to process, to understand. It's not only about family, there is also something called work. All right, so this is going to be pretty much the energy, and I'm going to be telling you about tomorrow, how we are going to be getting. Tomorrow, we are going to be starting with a little bit of rough times, because the moon is going to be crossing into this work. The moon is going to be squaring Saturn and Neptune. That is going to be like, oh, I cannot change, I cannot do this, I don't see the positions, I cannot grow, I cannot mature, and I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to say that I'm immature. I don't want to say that I'm not ready for this. I don't want to talk about family stuff, and so on and so on. And Pluto is in divine energies with Mercury. Pluto is going to be like, oh, that's the things you need to talk. Oh, those the things you want to push. You want to hear this little voice, and you know what's going to happen there. It is about that when that little voice you're beginning to kind of like, oh, I don't hear you, I don't hear you. That voice is going to be like, oh, you need to talk, oh, you need to talk. And you keep pushing it. And then it's going to be like, hey, I want to get you to talk. Then you're going to be snap on. So it's better to talk, to communicate all this, because this is the proper ways in there, the transformations that it's needed, because we have to be evolving here so we can build a better base for the next generations. All right, guys. Thank you so much for the coming into the chat. Thank you guys for the comments. Much appreciate your hearts, guys. And if you have any questions, or you need some personal reading, you can contact me. There is information in the channel how to contact within me in there. And I will be seeing you tomorrow. I want to say thank you guys again for watching, and be love. Just be love.